The time by Sagicor Life is
7 o'clock.
Natural disasters like a hurricane can be catastrophic, not just to the environment and infrastructure, but also your mental health. Here are some useful tips to help you cope before, during, and after a hurricane. Get the facts. Reliable information is crucial to assessing your risk and taking reasonable actions. Make connections. Talk with family members or friends and share how you are feeling. Practice self-care. Do activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as meditation. Get to a shelter if you cannot stay in your home or you do not have access to power. Again, a healthy relationship and a strong support system with family members or friends is vital, so share how you feel. Listen to music that will help to put your mind at ease. Taking care of your body by eating well, drinking water, exercising, and getting enough sleep can help regulate your mood. Limit your exposure to television and social media content about the worst effects of the hurricane. Overexposure can increase distress. Engage in fun and therapeutic activities, such as exercise, your favorite hobbies, and social activities.
Adage, water is life, rightly stated, as it supports all living beings. But with the passing of a hurricane, supply may be compromised and properly stored water could just become our lifeline. Step 1. It is best to use food-grade containers to store water. This means that the material used is fit for human consumption and won't have toxic substances entering your water. Step 2. Be sure to wash and rinse the container thoroughly in preparation for water storage. Step 3. After filling the container, be sure to seal it tightly. If it has a screw-on cap, ensure it's tightly closed. This will prevent contamination. Step 4. Also, to prevent contamination, store water in a cool, dark place. This is to minimize exposure to temperature fluctuations, which can degrade the quality of the water and the container. Step 5. Replace stored water frequently to ensure freshness. You may use older water for non-drinking purposes. Step 6. Additionally, you may want to label the containers with the date of storage. This will help you keep track of how long the water has been stored. Step 7. Drinking water containing bacteria and viruses can lead to serious health issues and diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, or dysentery. If you're in doubt as to the state of your drinking water, you may want to apply water purification methods such as boiling to get rid of any bacteria. Step 8. Finally, going back to point number 1, do not store water in containers that have been used for chemicals or substances that can leach into the water and your system. Ensure that your stored water remains safe and drinkable. Protect your water, and it will protect you.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, Jamaica declared a disaster zone. Government issued price gouging order. Residents across Jamaica continue to prepare for Tropical Storm Melissa, and Health Minister warns of foodborne illnesses. Of course, we'll have sports a bit later. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7 for Friday, October 24, 2025. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Curlin Brown. Up first this evening, the government has issued an order pursuant to Section 26, subsection 2 of the Disaster Risk Management Act. Under this order, the whole of Jamaica is declared to be a threatened area due to the potential impact of Tropical Storm Melissa, which poses a significant threat to the island. Now, this declaration empowers the government to implement precautionary and protective measures to safeguard lives, property, and critical infrastructure. In conjunction with this declaration and in accordance with Section 8, subsection 1 of the Trade Act, the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce has issued the trade sale of goods during period of declaration of threatened area Tropical Storm Melissa Order 2025. Now, this order, which also takes effect today, prohibits retailers from increasing the prices of essential goods, including food, water, medical supplies, personal care items, building materials, and emergency equipment for the duration of the declared period. Violations of this order may attract penalties of up to $1 million. Conviction before a parish court, upon conviction, that is, before a parish court. And speaking at a press briefing before the orders came into effect, Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed both issues of mandatory evacuation and price gouging.
We will take one other measure, which is under the Trade Act, to prevent any price gouging that might take place. People are taking precautions, stocking up on food, but it leads to a very important point that as these products become scarce, there may be persons tempted to raise their prices, and we will not have that during a disaster, and therefore the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce will shortly sign an order to this effect to prevent price gouging.
And Tropical Storm Melissa is intensifying and remains a serious threat to Jamaica. At 5 p.m., the center was about 385 kilometers southeast of Morant Point, moving west at 24 kilometers per hour, with maximum sustained winds near 100 kilometers per hour and higher gusts. Now, the Met Service warns Melissa is expected to become a hurricane within 24 hours, with tropical storm force winds extending up to 165 kilometers from the center. Heavy rainfall, storm surge, flooding and landslides are likely. Eastern and coastal areas are most at risk. A hurricane watch and tropical storm warning remain in effect. Marine interests should seek safe harbor. Now, the next bulletin will be issued at 8 p.m. and we remind you to follow official updates and safety instructions. Residents in Bath community in Westmoreland are raising alarm over what they say is a disaster waiting to happen. A massive pileup of bamboo has blocked sections of the Cabarita River, leaving the community vulnerable to flooding whenever it rains. CVM's Akeem Orit has that story. Let's continue. Pentonville, popularly known as
the river, a usually steady flow through Bath in Westmoreland, but now it is clogged with bamboo. Residents say every rainfall sends the river's water level dangerously high, threatening homes, farmland, and even the bridge that connects parts of the community.
We have this problem every time the rain come heavy. The bamboos from Hanover come down, and we have a blockage. So that's why we reach out to the minister to give us a hand.
They say the bamboo buildup has been worsening for months, but now the situation has reached a breaking point as the bridge itself is showing signs of strain.
Deteriorated the bridge because the water is locked up, and the maintenance wall, as you can see, has somewhat breaking. So it needs a speedy repair. and to clear this luggage before the heavy rain comes.
Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz, accompanied by representatives from the National Works Agency, visited the area on Friday.
And what we are seeing here is a lot of debris in the form of bamboo that has washed down and basically blocked a serious section of the river. So what we are going to do is to be cleaning up this area to ensure we prevent any flooding from taking place right here in the Grange area.
Akeem Oret, CVM News.
And Pentonville, popularly known as Ball Ground in Bull Bay, is known for flooding. Residents continue to express frustration over what they say is inadequate maintenance of the gully, which leads to serious flooding. And as Tropical Storm Melissa looms, it remains a potential threat. Druselle Mills has more.
We're in 11 Miles Bull Bay Ball Ground, where the residents have been complaining about the lack of cleaning of this gully. Some say it has been a jungle over the past few years.
When this corner is very terrible, bad. Replace and then now clean out the gully.
Youngsters from the community were only too happy to see our new steam, which provided an opportunity for them to express their frustration.
Can't say a jungle. A jungle, it's not clean in 5 months, it's not clean in 6 months, because it will stay so. I called the councillor earlier and she said she has sent tractor. For a while there, they might them to send tractor. We don't know. I know we don't send a tractor. We say be a clean and a go on. Come like say, we don't know which part we there. Come like at the back of the line we there. And our family and our people, them and them. It's my mother, so a joking thing, bro. As simple as I see it right there. So when the gully come down wicked, I up to the water there.
One resident who didn't wish to be on camera compared this community bridge to the infamous flat bridge.
It's a worse than a flat bridge. Because the culvert underneath it, a year-to-year culvert, can't only follow my water where it come. Because since the two bridges build up the street, that one should build up compressed with the follow my water where it come down. And it just stay there from them time until now. So anything come black, and everything.
Even though the sun is out shining, there is still a tropical storm watch and also a hurricane watch. What is in store for the people of Ball Ground?
Druselle Mills reporting for CVM News.
More CVM News at 7 right after this.
Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Singer, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Every school is free of unhealthy, ultra-processed products. You know, those high in salt, fats, and sugar. If only that weren't a dream. The reality is that many children have an unhealthy diet at school, and 23% of them are overweight or obese. This can lead to hypertension, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. Let's protect our children's right to health with a policy for schools that prevents unhealthy food marketing and ensures access to nutritious foods. The time is now. Let's implement the National School Nutrition Policy. A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica and partners.
TGIS! Thank goodness it's a sale at Courts! It's the biggest sale weekend of the year! With up to 80% off store-wide from Friday, October 24th to Sunday, October 26th. TGIS! 3 days of fantastic deals at Courts, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Welcome back. Now, as we continue to monitor Tropical Storm Melissa, CVM News visited Gordon Town and Mavis Bank in the hills of St. Andrew earlier today. Both hilly terrain and flood-prone zones, often among the first to feel the impact of heavy rains and strong winds. Omari Wilson tells us more.
Tropical Storm Melissa is on the horizon. The residents and citizens of the Gordon Town and Mavis Bank area are taking the necessary steps and precautions to ensure their safety.
We prepare, we have to prepare water, food as usual, put black on the house top to keep it, that it not blow off. Cut with the tree them around the house, that do already.
I get a bunch of supplies. I get it early, like dry food and, you know, canned foods. My lady want to get them something, but I want to get meat same way because, you know, we need my protein.
Officially, I prepare my resident and the Gully beside me. So, other people beside me make sure so them are right also. And I wouldn't mind the Gully behind me out here. It's clear also, so we don't have the same problem like we have in Augusta.
Landslide is a major issue that affects the residents here in these areas.
And top road going on to Penny Hill. When you reach Penny Hill, you go on the bottom road. Where my sister living, the underneath tear away from Beryl until now it's not fixed. And every time it keep landsliding. Right now it stay bad.
While most residents are bracing for Tropical Storm Melissa, there are still a few who are hesitant to relocate during this time.
Yeah, them know they have to evacuate. They know they have to evacuate from there.
Well, if them sure so them all secure, they can stay. But if they don't sure, go to the shelter. There are 3 shelters in Gully. So then access is there. The shelter already open. So they can prepare themselves for that.
I would tell them to move because it is better to take precautionary measures that can save the life. Because you can build back a house, right? But if you fail to move and you have a disaster, the landslide, go move the house and you're dead, you can't come back.
It's all hands on deck in East Rural St. Andrew as residents secure their homes. Law enforcers are also ramping up their preparations to ensure everyone stays safe.
You know, as a police, you're always prepared to assist in events like these. So we gear our mind and we are ready to assist whenever the citizens need assistance.
The residents and the law enforcement here in Gordon Town and the Mavis Bank area are doing everything they can to ensure their safety during Tropical Storm Melissa. I'm Omar Wilson reporting for CVM News.
Thanks, Amari. And to a St. Catherine community that's bracing for the possible impact of Tropical Storm Melissa. With heavy rains and strong winds expected to lash parts of the island, many in the small rural community say they're anxious about what's to come. Our reporter is Akeem Oret.
In Bodo St. Catherine, fear and uncertainty hang in the air as residents await the arrival of Tropical Storm Melissa. Tessina Taylor and other residents told CVM News all they can do at this point is patiently wait.
We live in a flood-prone area, so when storm come, we have to try to evacuate as quick as possible. Yeah, because where we live is safe when storm coming.
No care where we do water, come in, sit in them and mash up. Me don't know what to do. So me just sit down and I look. Cause we don't know what to do. So it come like it and come. It a come in, but we say it and come. Cause we don't know what to do. We don't know the next step we have to make. Cause I sit nowhere. It come like it sees to we.
For others like Shanique, preparation feels like a losing battle.
Because right now you put something them pan black, it's still a wet up. Want some proper drainage right now. You buy your furniture, them you buy everything as look rain or flood out. We can't do nothing about it more than we have to just sit down and look as look rain fall in a bodo some place. So I can't understand. It just there. And I wait till the storm come, because that's all we can do.
Now, while some residents have given up hope, others are taking matters into their own hands, cleaning drains and clearing debris to reduce flooding.
This morning, me and my family, then we clean down, go straight down to there, so which by you see we left a long grass, because we get tired, and so we have to leave the rest. But if you not clean out, when the rain come, it go down there so and turn back, come back in the house. So me have to at all times, when it come to them time, me have to at all times take a family and we clean out it.
So me I have to just try go and do this and all because anytime rain start fall tonight, me know say a bam. So me have to try to do what I can do, Tomorrow again me have to come assist it again and dig more. You see what I mean? That me can get it out. So we suffer by it a lot.
Still, others are appealing for help, saying they can only do so much on their own.
A whole heap of problem we got, man. Every boat them get around here, every house smashed down by a boat will leg around here. Yeah? And all our boat that were up on the seaside can't go which part if you go. So so we in a problem when rainfall and flood come.
Well, we want help clean the drain and proper drain system because maybe if we have proper drain system, because we have that sea. So if we drain clean and the water run properly, we need proper drain system. Yeah, if help with the water. Because the rainfall will flood out automatically. So we are fret now because we need a proper drain system where we need it most.
Reporting for CVM News, I am Akeem Art.
Now, the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Christopher Tufton, is urging Jamaicans to take health and safety precautions seriously as Tropical Storm Melissa approaches. He says illnesses and injuries often rise after severe weather. More from Carla Ramdeen.
Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the biggest health risk following severe weather systems comes from contaminated food and water, which can cause diarrhea and dehydration. He's urging Jamaicans to store safe drinking water and non-perishable food.
But the easier you can access those food, non-perishables, the better it is. And if you have to live on that for a few days, you probably will shed a few pounds, which may actually be good for you, right? The other, of course, is drinking water and storing drinking water. You can now access the regular NWC supplies or buy your bottled water, but you should try and have a few days of water stored up because it's not always guaranteed that you're going to have piped water because it's linked to the electricity generation. And even so, normally the water is not as safe. In the immediate aftermath, there is a risk of contamination.
Dr. Tufton is particularly appealing to senior citizens and those with chronic illnesses to check their medications and ensure they have a week's supply after the impending storm.
Most of us have 1 or 2 NCDs, non-communicable diseases, diabetes, arthritis, cardiovascular disease. We depend on medication to stabilize those circumstances. If you run out, don't have, sometimes it puts you into a panic mode, which amplifies the problem. So we do urge persons to check their supplies, and where they can restock today, then they should try to do so. Visit your pharmacy, call your doctor. They can order it at the pharmacy.
Dr. Tufton is also warning Jamaicans to avoid risky activities like going out in flood waters to secure zinc sheets, which often leads to injuries that land people in hospitals.
Accidents from falling debris or us taking chances by going out in the water, especially the children. It's a pool that has gathered in the front of the yard, or during the rain itself, persons taking risks to go and nail back down the zinc on the roof, that kind of thing. You really are best advised to avoid those risky endeavors, and adults providing guidance to their children, keeping them indoors, because water tends to be contaminated in the immediate aftermath. And of course, during the rains, going out, going on elevation, trying to repair or to replace, lightning, falls, all of that puts you into difficult positions.
Meanwhile, Acting Director General for the Office of the Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, Richard Thompson, says all 881 shelters are on standby, and 1 shelter in St. Thomas has already been activated.
We have mapped in terms of the passage of the storm what we consider to be some critical parishes. Not that the entire island is not critical. We are planning for the entire island, but given the passage that the projected passage that was presented by Mr. Thompson from the Met Office. We have those parishes of high concern, St. Mary, Portland, St. Thomas, Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and Hanover. And so we have mapped those critical areas for concern, and within that concern as well, high on that is the possibility of evacuation. And within our evacuation protocols, transportation is critical. And so we have been having meetings as well of the transportation cell of the National Emergency Operations Center, the NEOC. And we have stated what we will be doing in terms of our transportation movement if we have to do evacuation.
Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
Now, the Prime Minister says stiffer penalties are coming for the theft of fuel and equipment related to telecommunications. During the Jamaica-housed press briefing, Dr. Holness recalled experiences during Hurricane Beryl, where the storm itself did not affect much of the loss of telecommunications. However, there was significant theft of fuel and equipment, which affected those services. Crystal Williams speaks of that report.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says, following from the experience of Beryl, the country is better prepared to handle the effects of the tropical storm and any eventuality this time around.
They are projecting that as a result of the experience of Beryl, they will be in a better position. I am told as well that the necessary precautions have been taken to ensure that telecommunications remain functional.
In the same breath, Dr. Holness says he has mandated the Jamaica Constabulary Force to ensure those interfering with fuel and telecommunications equipment are brought to justice.
Security forces have been alerted that special attention ought to be paid to these critical infrastructure which are necessary for the continuity of government and for the continuity of business and indeed for public safety. So, Commissioner of Police, you have been tasked specifically to ensure that there is no break in our telecommunications and to ensure that these criminals who would want to take advantage of the disaster to exploit our telecommunications infrastructure, that they are dealt with in the harshest way.
Crystal Williams, CVM News.
And the Jamaica Public Service Company, the JPS, says it's not just preparing to battle the weather, but also possible thieves. As the company intensifies preparation efforts, it's issuing a stern warning to vandals. As it says, cable theft could put lives and the power grid at risk. The utility company held a special media briefing at its headquarters on Friday. Our reporter Amoy Harriet was there.
Line workers from the United States arriving at the Jamaica Public Service Company JPS headquarters in New Kingston on Friday. The team seen here is among a group of over 60 workers being brought into Jamaica by the utility company from the US, Canada, and St. Vincent in preparation for the effects of Tropical Storm Melissa. But beyond the wind and rain, the company says it's bracing for another threat: thieves. This following reports that vandals made off with utility cables in parts of Clarendon, Manchester, and St. Elizabeth during Hurricane Beryl last year. Senior Vice President of Energy Delivery at JPS, Blaine Jarrett, admits this remains a problem.
Biggest thing that we have done differently is the collaboration with the community. In terms of working with the community, working in those groups that we told you about, to ensure that persons are aware. They're on the individual level. There are little that we can do, to be honest with you, to change the perception of people. But the more that we communicate, the more we engage the communities, the more we get the community support.
He says there appears to be an active market for stolen items from the utility company.
What we do have as a challenge, there's still a problem with people stealing our metal-type infrastructure, our conductors. There seems to be an active market for those sort of things, and we are seeing a lot of theft. We are also seeing a lot of theft from our street lights. Right? People are stealing our street lights very, very extensively. And there's not. The other thing that we have been committed for these new storms is that the police has been partnering with us to give us greater coverage for our facilities. But it's still work in progress.
And this also plays into another area of concern. Jamaicans using illegal electricity connections. Hugh Grant is CEO of JPS.
Many times those illegal connections to the systems are compromised during hurricanes. So whenever we restore some of those main lines, those compromised connections for illegal theft are compromised and sometimes false and takes out back the main lines. So by having those illegal connections on the system, one, it's a significant safety concern. So first and foremost, we got to consider the safety of our customers and of our co-workers. So that's a tremendous challenge on that front. But secondly, from a grid reliability and resiliency perspective, we are also compromised on that front. So given those two significant compromises, we strongly encourage folks to stop the theft that's happening on the grid.
That aside, the utility company says it's intensifying works within its incident command center as it activates emergency response plans ahead of the storm. The company has systems like the one seen here that monitors the number of customers who are without electricity. This figure, 2,082, which is the number of customers currently without power, they expect will multiply during Melissa. But they insist they're prepared to respond.
Taking information from the field, this gives you a status of the in or out, whether the customer is affected by an outage or not. And this is updated, this particular screen is updated every 15 minutes. With that information, we then use that information to deploy our response. So you will see, if it was an event, you will see, for example, if there's a significant outage, this dial will be dialing back, and then you could drill, come back to the parish, Dave, you could drill down to the parish, and you will see at the parish level.
Mr. Jarrett notes that in the event of adverse weather, where widespread power outage usually occurs, the company restores power in order of priority.
Some of the priority orders, for example, you might have hospitals being out. You may have critical water facilities that are out. You may have morgues that are out. I'll just give you some example. At that point in time, when you get all that information, our team who have done the assessment provide that information, and then we are able to give an estimated time of restoration. And then the process of executing would follow that same priority order to restore our customers. So it's really a little more involved. It's not on a case-by-case basis. You take a broader look and you get into the priority to get the grid restored and our customers restored in the order of priority that is required.
Amoy Harriet reporting for CVM News.
Lots more to come. Please stay with us.
Hi! Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Negril! The Government Services Mobile Fair is rolling into your community on Friday, October 31. Come to the Negril Beach Park, Norman Manley Boulevard for passport renewal, legal aid assistance, apply for birth certificates, road licenses, path benefits, new business registration, property tax, and NWC services. Get information on the National Housing Trust, plus free health checks and much more. Come out and celebrate the Government of Jamaica Service Excellence Month as we bring government services to your doorstep.
As we welcome you back, it's time to go to the Business Report with Joel Crosskill.
Lots to share with you in the business report today. As Tropical Storm Melissa inches closer to Jamaica, the BR was allowed pause for thought on the challenges associated with changing weather patterns and consumer demands. At this very moment, citizens are considering their food, water and energy needs as they make preparation to hunker down and ride out the coming storm. But for 3 Jamaican climate-focused entrepreneurs, a combination of foresight and fortune currently finds them on a fully funded trip to Warsaw, Poland to participate in the Deep Tech Sea Challenge from October 27 to 29, having been named winners of the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center Scale It Up Accelerator, an initiative of the leading regional hub for clean technology and climate innovation, as detailed by CCIC spokesperson Carlington Burrell.
It was an initiative of the World Bank funded by the Government of Canada to support green tech climate innovation in the Caribbean. The program itself ended in 3 years, but today we are a legal entity supporting entrepreneurs in 14 of 15 CARICOM market countries. Our goal is to support innovative ideas in the green tech and climate space.
Established in 2014, the CCIC, which is jointly managed by the Scientific Research Council, SRC in Kingston, Jamaica, and the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, Cariri in Trinidad and Tobago, has disbursed US $5 million in regional climate tech innovation.
So far, we have supported over 2,000 entrepreneurs right across the Caribbean.
And the program is about to gain valuable international exposure as 3 Jamaican innovators head to Europe to showcase solutions that could redefine sustainability worldwide. Let's meet them.
My name is John Mark Clayton, CEO of Jamaica Tower Farms.
And I am Carrie-Ann Gray, Operations Manager at Jamaica Tower Farms. At Jamaica Tower Farms, we are revolutionizing farming in Jamaica. We are allowing persons to grow leafy greens, herbs, and vegetables in a very limited space, or if you have no space in your backyard, to grow anywhere between 20 plants up to 52 plants per square meter.
During our visit to Net Tower Farms in the heart of Kingston, John Mark and Carrie-Ann informed us about the potential of vertical farms in addressing one of the Caribbean's most pressing issues, food security.
We have 4,400 ports here. That is equivalent to 2 acres of farmland, right? That's what we're farming. 2,200 pounds of, let's say, romaine that we're farming every 6 weeks.
Leafy greens aren't the only thing that can be grown on the towers. So you have, you can do tomatoes, you can do watermelons, cucumbers, you can do squash, right? So you can do Scotch bonnet peppers. So that's what we started off with on our farm. Right?
Sorrel.
You can do sorrel, which is behind us. So, you know, it's not limited to just leafy greens. You can grow over 200 variety of crops.
It's actually perfect for urbanization and what we're facing right now with a lot of development happening in Jamaica.
CCIC Scale It Up winner Joanna Anderson tells us about the work of Phonetic.
My name is Joanna Anderson and my business is Phonetic. We are focused on creating climate technologies that help to eliminate climate challenges. Currently, we are focusing on creating a desalination machine, which is to produce fresh water and salt from the seawater. Our desalination system is different from the traditional systems because the traditional system mostly focuses on creating reverse osmosis, and they do not use solar power or natural energy. They have mainly focusing on fossil fuels. Our system is fully solar powered. It does not produce any brine discharge, that is high concentration of salt, which they release back into the ocean, which causes marine damage.
Water scarcity remains a clear and present concern for many Jamaicans.
When the news was going out the other day that we had water shortage, it would help to eliminate that issue. So it would be reducing the already strained resources that we have on the natural system, like the rivers and so forth, where they get their water from. So, you know, the water in the ocean is abundant. So that would be a good implementation.
After 8 weeks of intensive training, these innovators have been equipped with the tools to scale their businesses. But for our next innovator, finding a more efficient fuel has been an obsession since he was a student of Ocherius High.
I'm Damani Thomas, founder and CEO of the Carbon Neutral Initiative. We are a climate innovation company born here in Jamaica. Our solution is called the defossilized 30 biofuel, and it's a cleaner biofuel than what is currently being used. Meaning, soon enough, here in Jamaica, we will have a much better fuel to put in your vehicles that is cleaner and cheaper. The D30 biofuel is similar to what we already use. That is why it can go directly into existing cars and existing infrastructure. It uses upcycled ethanol, which is the same ethanol that would be originally blended with gasoline to make your E10. What we do is that we take that ethanol, upgrade it into a stronger and more stable alcohol, and blend it with much less petrol. So that we have even a higher energy density. So that means that it have a 3 to 5% better mileage. It was a very grueling research process, and we've been working on it for the better part of 10 years.
The CCIC Scale It Up winners expressed their honor at representing Jamaican innovation on the world's stage.
Going abroad to showcase our product on the world stage is a big win for Phonetic, and not just Phonetic but Jamaica on a whole, to show that Jamaica is not just one thing. It's not about the food, it's not just about the culture, but we also have innovative persons, especially young persons who are focused on climate tech, and we are seeing where the future is going now, and we are trying to solve that issue.
I'm very proud as a Jamaican to be representing Jamaica in the international stage, because as we know, Jamaica is mainly known for sun, sea, and our great athletes. So we also need to show the world that Jamaica has some of the best minds also.
A reality that CCIC spokesperson Carlington Burrell believes will present a genuine call to action for others.
So what we're talking about is entrepreneurs that are developing resilient solutions for sustainability so that our livelihood are not impacted when we have natural disasters and other things happening.
And that was your business report. I'm Joel Crossgill.
I can see the smiles all around. Stay with us. Jordan Ford continues with sports right after this.
Toast Singer, a combo that's finger-licking good. The time by KFC is
TGIS! Thank goodness it's a sale! Don't miss Quartz' biggest sale of the year from Friday, October 24 to Sunday, October 26. Shop at Quartz, Quartz.com, and Quartz Bargain Center this weekend and get up to 80% off furniture, appliances, and electronics. Get bedroom, lounge, and dining furniture, smart TVs, stoves, fridges, and washers starting at $14,999. Plus, get 30% off credit purchases on 24 months and over. And enjoy amazing early bird deals from 7 to 9 a.m. on October 24 and 25 and 9 to 10 a.m. on October 26. TGIS, 3 days of fantastic deals at Quartz.com and Quartz Bargain Center from October 24 to 26 with up to 80% off. Quartz, bringing value home. Conditions apply. One